This European cricket event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software, Rado and Victorinox.
That first one has gone big. It's gone all the way for 6. What a statement of intent that is from Hungary. First ball. This is another huge shot. This has gone even further than the first 6. It's gone over the netting towards the tennis courts, and that's an ace there from Abbas Ghani. He's gone 2 6s in his first 3 balls. Ghani goes again. He doesn't quite get hold of it, but he gets enough of it. So once we finish here for the day, just switch over to the night series. And this one's gone high up in the air. This is deploy, and there's a fielder under him. I think, in fact, it is just, I think it drops just the other side of the rope. It has been signalled 6, and we can see here. This time he does go aerial again, and that's going to be another 6. That's a nicer shot than the first one. We thought then that Malta would have been below par in their first game. This deploy goes even longer, and that one might be in the car park. Hide your windscreens. Luckily, Ghani has got a whole load of that. It's gone more high than long, but it's gone long enough. That's better, and that's a half chance, but it's gone over the dive of Priyan there at long off. And that's going to help. That's another big 6. And that's gone again, not quite as far, but Abbas Ghani doesn't mind. He's gone 6, 6, 6. This one's been pumped straight. It's not going to be a 6, but it's going to be a boundary. Deploy, he hits that one offside. There's a fielder out there, but he can only stand and give a little. Deploy steps across that one. Doesn't get quite all of it, but it's enough of it to send it for another 6 runs. Playing with the spin. Of course, that 45 area is vacant, but I think, yeah, that's the shot you go for. You go with the spin, just lever it over to the leg side, and they're just going to check if this has gone all the way.
Here's Pushparajan getting a ball.
That one's dragged short, and it's going to be dragged over into the archery range, and Abbas Ghani brings up his 50. 7 6s in his half century.
Yeah, Ghani is going to hit another one now, and that's 6 more. Maximo.
He's hit the seamers and spinners alike. He goes again, and he goes big. That might be one of the biggest of the lot. It doesn't quite reach the car park, but it hits that protective netting.
Over's gone magical.
I think it's in danger of, well, it's going to escape the supersonic, but it's 26 off it, and that's an expensive first over from Priyan.
Expanded longer, more teams, more action at the Cardamom Oval.
And that one's gone more high than long. There's 2 fielders converging under it, and it has been safely taken in the deep there. That was a good catch by Priyan, who was under it, and he has just probably got in the back of the mind the 26 runs he just conceded in his over, but he puts that out of his mind to take that steepling catch, and it is the end of Zima's deploy after he was given 1 life by David Marks.
Yeah, it doesn't cost him anything really. Cost him 1 run. So, yeah, nicely taken by Pushparajan.
And this one's gone long, and we'll be in slight danger here. It's just going to drop. You might have heard that crash. It just pinged off the safety netting to the right of us here in the commentary box. Hungary seem to be dealing almost entirely in 6s here. There's been 3 4s scored and 16 6s. And that's probably going to be another one, but actually it might drop short, and it is going to be a 6. It shouldn't have been. It should have been possibly a catch there in the deep.
Drop catch. I mean, if it sticks, he's sticking the landing. He's not running out of bounds. This one should be out for sure. It will be. So again, drop catch doesn't cost in a way. And I suppose it does cost 6 runs, but Rasik is going to go for 13. Sharma. It's a bit of tap, but a little bit like the T20s opening day. Comes back with a big wicket, and Rasik, so dangerous, but he's going to be caught out, and just 13 to his name. The score now 131 for 2. Hey, Basil George.
And Amit Sharma picks up his 3rd wicket here. It's the first ball of his 2nd over. And it's Gabor Tarok that has to go.
Yeah, Tarok comes in, gets given an opportunity at 4. It's actually, you blink and you miss it, change of over. So it is Porner, speak of the devil, who comes in and, just an edge which carries. And Jaspal's come in to the side. He will hold on to the catch. So, well, Gabor, we didn't get too much of a chance to chat about him. Hopefully we will soon. Safi, the new batter.
Safi goes after it, and he has the luck that maybe Gabor Tarok didn't have, because that one finds the edge. Instead of finding the grateful hands of the fielder, it finds the rope.
Relationship with it.
Absolutely, and it's a love relationship with that shot, although it's not actually going to go all the way. And in fact, it's a brilliant take there by Varun Prasad, the captain. You could see how calm he was underneath that. I thought for all the world that was going to be 6, and I thought Varun Prasad was just standing there watching the ball sail over his head, but in fact, he was just watching it straight into his hands, and that came down with a bit of snow on top, and you can see Prasad was shaking his hand out there, making sure his fingers are all still attached, but it's a lovely take right on the boundary there.
Yeah, we've had some come from the stratosphere, haven't we, today, and Prasad makes it look easy. It wasn't. That's the dangerous Ghani out for 71. And Prasad caught that one last over. Big wicket.
And this one's gone high, and it should be taken in the outfield, and is. Almost a fumble there, but he did manage to hold on, and this has been a great comeback from Malta. That's the 5th wicket to fall in just about 2 and a bit overs.
Well, Safi goes now, and yeah, it's typical Safi kind of shot. It's kind of slog sweep. Again, doesn't get the contact. This, I think maybe now you can call it a collapse, because, yeah, I think that it makes it 5 for 23. That has been lost by Hungary, and
pin him down here. They'll want to keep that score under around 160.
Oh, Matty, king of the French cut, isn't he? As he'll get 4 for this.
And that one's been hit hard, and it's going to be tipped round the corner for a 6. And this one's gone straight, and it's going to go all the way. It's not quite over cover, but it is straight over the bowler's head for 6.
Wants the long ball.
He's just, I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do here. He kind of trudges off the pitch in slight embarrassment, because he never really got going. Apart from that 1-6, he just went for... That's been crunched away for 4. That's more like it from Michael Das. That one, instead of coming off his hip, came off the middle of the bat. That's well bowled though by Sacklin. In fact, it will go all the way. It was well bowled, but it was a lovely shot. It must have been just pure timing there. And that one, I think, is going to go all the way as well. Yeah, signaled 6 by the umpire, and
a bit ridiculous.
It makes sense if you, and that one didn't make much sense, but it's going to go for 4. And that's also a good one off the bat of Priyan. That's going to go all the way for 6. This one's just been levered over the boundary. It's another 50.5 metre boundary there.
Hundas in danger of going magical. Last ball of the over.
And he is going to go magical, because that's a magical 6. It's a bit longer than his previous one, but they all count for 6.
A new friend I've made that's given me a few points as well. Malta ahead on the percentages, and they're going to be possibly further ahead after this. 1 bounce and 4 for Michael Das.
I've given the German language a bad rap so far. That's been given a bad rap as well by Michael Das. That's going to go all the way again. Sends him flying into the 20s. Abbas Ghani's gone 4 and 6 off his first 2 balls. True. So that one is going to fly through the slip cord, but in fact almost goes all the way for a 6. In fact, it's a 1 bounce 4. That one's been hit hard, but it's straight down the throat of the fielder Sheikh Razik there. And that is Malta's first wicket. Pushparajan goes off swiping his bat because he knows that was there for the taking. In fact, it was just taken gleefully by Sheikh Raziq there at long on.
Kind of got what he wanted there. He charged and turned into a full toss, but just didn't time it. And Sheikh Raziq made it look really easy. So Pushparajan has gotten his team off to a good start, but it's only a start. It's also the end of the 3 over power play. It's 62 for 1. But yeah, he's up there, and well, that's out. How about that, Prasath? Oh, hits it, kind of runs, but doesn't run too quick. He knew the direct hit had him cooked, and he's gone for a golden duck. Fielding making the difference. 2 quick strikes for Hungary. Malta 63 for 2.
That was an excellent piece of fielding as we see that on the replay. And Prasath didn't really get going at all in his run, but he kind of knew from the start that a direct hit had him cooked, and that's what happened from the arm of Sheikh Raziq, and Prasath not really in the frame. But I think if he went all guns and put his head down there, at least put in the bat slide, but he wasn't having any of it.
You know what's really good from Sheikh Raziq? Gets to the throwing position really quick, and it's almost like an abbreviated.
And that's been given the treatment. That's going to be a 6 on any boundary. And it's double trouble here for Hungary as that 5 is followed by a 4. Signal there by the blue crew. I think that's Andy signalling the 4 there.
Oh, that's a bit too short, and that's Adios Pelota. Throw it up in the air, and it's gone over the boundary.
This one's also going to go over the boundary. I think it's going to plug away. Yes, just beats Kushal, who's got the ball magnet at the moment, running left and right. It's Kushal Kabani who's come in to the action, and his first ball has just been deposited over long off, and that actually takes Michael Das to a well-earned 50 off just 16 balls. He's 51 not out. He's not scared to go after the new bowler, and he just lifted that one. Michael Das goes again. This one's gone high. Gabor Tarok is under it. Should be taken, and is. Oh, I don't want to say comfortably taken, and Gabor does look anything but comfortable, but he's sitting there talking sweet nothings to the ball there.
Yeah, he's basically whispering his thank yous into the grizzly there as Gabor Tarok, and that's why I think he probably should have gone for the other one. Maybe just felt he didn't feel comfortable calling Zimas off the ball, but Gabor's been put in a hot spot there. It's a kind of flat bat smack, isn't it? But Gabor Tarok is going to get Michael Das for 51. Who knows? That could be a really important moment for understandability.
It was more kind of, as that goes, that was a beauty in itself. That goes all the way for 6. This one's going to go all the way as well. Rocky, having been given that life out in the deep by Sandeep, he's making the most of it. And that's a big shot. That's going to go all the way. It's good cricket on show at the moment, and that one is going to go all the way as well. And that's a really good conventional shot there by Rocky. Just hit it hard over the covers.
Switzerland, that's Swiss German. That's almost completely different.
That has gone all the way. That's same but different. That's another big shot, this time on the leg side.
Nice ball, the over.
And that one's gone high. Matty Ainsworth is in with a chance here, and what a great catch that is. That is a brilliant catch. He stayed calm under that and actually took the ball quite low, under his waist almost, but on the boundary. It doesn't matter how you take them, and that's a really important wicket there for Hungary. Well,
I hope you ordered your T10 with a late twist, because here it is with Purna going. Never really got going in that innings. It was weird. He had 2 sixes. He had 6 dot balls and then that wicket ball. He had finished 12 off 9. Ainsworth, it's a big moment in the game. He stood up. Every time Matty makes a contribution, I think, grows in confidence in that green shirt. I know the whole Ainsworth family will be thrilled that he's able to hold on to that. Keep Hungary alive, really, in the game. End of 8, 139 for 4. But Rocky's come out there. I know that when he speaks English. Anyway, this is going to be up over the top. And that's going to be 4. It is.
And that one's in the air. And it's going to go over the diving figure of Sheikh Raziq there at long on. That one's gone high up in the air. I think it's going to go all the way, and I think we're going to have a check for a no ball as well. The umpire is speaking into his sleeve, so I think we're checking this.
No, I think this is no ball. For me, it's waist high. He's only little. Let's have a look at it on the replay. But this is 7. It's pretty much lights out if it is. Yeah, that's going to be a no-y.
Can they do it
4
here?
to win, actually, now of 8. That'll do it.
And that will do it. I think it's actually gone all the way. In any case, it's been signalled 4. In any case, it's the 4 that Malta need to win this game. And they have clutched victory from the jaws of defeat. And they were almost gone and dead after 5 overs of their bowling innings. But they've careered back and actually chased down this total at a canter. We're just checking, and that is, in fact, a 4. Signal on field will stand, and Malta beat Hungary by 6 wickets, and they had 7 balls to spare in the end.
Oh, what a crazy game. And Rocky deserves a 50, but I think he'll settle for a lightning 49 not out off 15 balls. And just like that, Malta come from the clouds to win that game.